Hi all, welcome to part 9, module 2, logic system design. So what we were discussing so far is regarding the concept of Boolean function and how to simplify a given function. So that is what we discussed in the last part. Now let's see the concept of complementation. So how to find out complement of a given Boolean function. So this also we discussed already. Hope you remember the De Morgan's law. So what was De Morgan's law? Let me tell you. So giving you a method by which you can find out complement of a function, right? Just like this, suppose I have an expression, say simply a plus b. How can I find out its complement? What is complement of this function? So you know that by De Morgan's law, it is nothing but a complement dot b complement. So what is happening? The individual variable, or simply we can call it as a literal, is getting complemented, right? And the middle operator, if it is plus, that is changed to dot. Similarly, what is a dot b the whole complement? That will give you a complement plus b complement. So you can see that the literal is getting complemented and the middle operator is getting changed. Now can I generalize it? So that is the next question. That also we seen already. Something like if I am having something of the form a plus b plus c the whole complement, can I write like this? So what we can do is, as of now we don't know, right? So what we have is this one, and its proof also we know. You can simply depend on the truth table for proving this, or the formal technique also you can apply. Anyways, this is something the standard means rule we are having, say De Morgan law, and he given a formal proof of it, right? And you can simply verify it with the truth table for the time being. See, now what I am doing is I am just writing it like some a plus some x. I don't know what is this x, whole complement. So what will be my x will be this b plus c. So whole thing I am calling as c, right? Now as per the basic De Morgan law for two variable, I know that this is nothing but a complement dot x complement. All right, now tell me what is x. Substitute your value of x. This is your x, right? So this will be a complement dot x is nothing but b plus c the whole complement. Now you know. Typically we use a 3 line indicating that all are equivalent, right? Equivalence is indicated like this. The same thing you might be used in proportional logic also. That is notation, right? There is no change for value after I am doing this transformation. That is the meaning of these 3 lines. Okay, so this will be now a complement dot. Now apply De Morgan law recursively. You will get this as what is b plus c the whole complement? It is b complement dot c complement. So you can see that this how to complement a 3 variable function. Simply take a complement of each literal and change the operator in between. Now can you generalize it one more step? Say suppose I have something like a plus b plus c plus d plus c. What is its complement? You don't have to do all these steps, otherwise you have to do the minimization, something like this many times. So instead of that, you can directly write it as a complement dot b complement dot c complement dot d complement dot e complement. Hope it is clear, right? So this is what we call as a generalized De Morgan's law. So we are generalizing it like this. So this is a proof also. The basic two variable, you can have a proof like just using truth table something, right? Other ways are also there. I think I discussed the truth table method only. Fine. So that is what is explained here. What is the reason? Like what I am doing, I am substituting this b plus c by this x, right? Now by applying basic De Morgan law, I am getting this step. Then this substitute back again, repeat, right? Now by associative rule, you can evaluate it in any order so that you are getting that. So hope it is clear now. Now what is this? The generalized De Morgan law will look like this. For plus, similarly for dot, it will be a dot b dot c dot etc dot f whole complement will be a complement. This dot will simply change it to plus. That's all. Here this plus changed it to dot, right? Something like that. You can do it for any level. So generalized De Morgan's theorem 3 states that the complement of a function is obtained simply by interchanging and or operator. If I am getting and, change it to or. If I am having or in the original expression, change it to and. That's all. And complementing each letter. That's all. And hope you remember something similar to this we saw already, that is dual of an expression. Dual we are obtained by interchanging and with or and also 1 with a 0. Same thing applicable here also, but in addition to that, we are complementing each literal too. In dual, to find dual of a function or boolean function or expression, you don't have to take complement the literal. Keep the literal, that is variable in its original form or pure form, as it is in the original expression. Don't take complement further, but here you have to complement it further. Okay, so that's also, you can find out this complement by taking dual also. I mean, simply take the dual, you know how to take dual of an expression, and then complement each literal. So that is also a way. So that is what is explained here. Here you can say that first we taken the complement by using the standard procedures. This is your expression, this is your f1, this is what you are having, and you are asked to find out the complement of f1. So what you have to do, complement of f1, that is f1 complement will be complement of the entire thing. Right now, you know, when you are taking complement of the entire thing, so you can assume that this is some capital A something, this is some capital B, and how to find out complement of A plus B, the whole complement, you know the rule, it is A complement, this plus become dot, right? So what you are having is A complement dot B complement. So keep this in mind. Now instead of A, what I am having is this expression, that is x dash y z dash, the whole complement, right? This one, dot in between dot is coming, then B, what is my B, x dash y dash z, the whole complement, like that I am getting. Now I can apply it recursively one more time. So here I have a small sub expression, say x dash y z dash, the whole complement. How can you do it? Something like three things are coming. Say, let me for our convenience, the terms I am writing like some a b c. So what will happen? A b c, the whole complement will be A complement dot B complement dot C dot complement, that you know, right? Now instead of A, x dash is coming, x dash, the whole complement will give you x. Is it clear? So how you are getting, I mean, from this one, how you are getting this one, right? Simply this dot coming inside is converted to plus. All dots, two dots are there, they are converted to plus, and this first term is x dash. You take complement of each literal. So the literal here is x dash. What is this complement? X dash, the whole complement. By involution law, you know, x itself, you will get the original one, and y is another literal, its complement is y dash, right? Now z dash is another literal, its complement is z, like that you are getting. Similarly, see, similarly here I have another one, that is this x dash y z whole complement, where x dash complement will be x, y dash complement will be y, z complement will be z complement, and this dot is converted to plus. So you are getting this this expansion. So that's all. Now my question is, can you reach this one as a whole directly from the original expression? Can you reach this one as a whole directly from the original expression? We can see that you can do that. So what you have to do is, this is our original expression, right? What was our original expression? Okay, anyway, this explanation is here clear, right? I am just removing these extra writing for the next level of explanation. So my question is, this is the original thing you are having, right? Now from this okay, from this, can you reach this directly? That is my question. How can you do that? You can simply take its dual. So first you are taking its dual. So what is its dual? So to get the dual, just change the operator only. I mean, this x dash, then dot to become plus y, dot to become plus z dash. Don't change the literal. I am just taking the dual only. Okay, so this is my dual. Then that plus become dot, right? Then x dash, don't change the literal, plus y dash plus z. Okay, that's also, this is the dual of the original expression. I mean, this is the dual of f1. You have to take dual of f1 only. Okay, dual of f1. Now simply complement each literals. That is, x dash become x, y become y dash, z dash become z. Right, so x dash become x. I am just complementing each literal, and this is my f1 complement. Hope the idea is clear. Again, that writing is not much clear. So what I am doing is, you know, this is my f1, right? So what I am doing is, I am taking dual of this f1. So first you take a dual of f1. Now tell me what is dual of f1. I'm not complementing, I'm taking dual only. Dual, you know the rules, right? Simply change plus with the dot. I mean and or operation you have to change, and 1 and 0 you have to change. Anyway, 1 and 0 is not coming in the expression. So what I am going to do is x dash I am taking. Then I have a dot here, right? X dash I am taking, then I have a dot here. Now this dot I will be changing with the plus. Then y is a next literal. Again next dot I am changing with the plus is a dash. So this is the first term I am getting, and this all these two dots I changed it to plus, nothing else I done. See, I am keeping the literal as it is. This is how you have to take the dual. Now I am getting a plus. This plus will be converted to dot. Okay, I mean I'm putting a dot here. Then x dash again dot become y. I mean plus y dash dot become plus and z. So this is how you can take dual of f1. Now from dual of f1. Right, from this you can reach this expression, right, this one as a whole. How you can reach from here to here? So here from here I am reaching here. So this is nothing but my f1 dash. So how to get f1 dash? Take dual of f1 and take and do this adjustment. The adjustment is like in the dual, if I am getting x dash, change that to x. Okay, then if I am getting y, change it to y dash. I mean every literal take its complement, that will give me this small expression. So here also you can see that this x become, I mean x dash become x, y dash become y, and this z become z dash. So this is how you are getting it. So hope it is very clear. So to find the complement, take the dual. So they can ask you anything. Sometimes they may ask you find the dual of the expression, and you know the relevance of dual. So dual is what? Dual is actually some Boolean algebraic equation you have which is valid, and you know the proof, everything. Right now once you take the dual, you will get an equivalent law or rule, maybe with the plus and dot changed, that's all. So if the original expression, original equation, Boolean algebraic equation, something like many things is studied, if it is valid, the original expression is a valid expression, then its dual is also valid, that's all. I mean equation, whatever it is. So and also in proof technique everywhere, one form you know how to prove it. Now to form to prove its dual, each and every step you take the dual, so that everything you remember. Now you know it's very clear that how to take the dual of an expression. Now once you know the dual, by complementing each and every literal, I mean literal means a variable may be in original or complemented form, just make it opposite, right? If the variable is in original form, its complement will be, take the complement. If it is in complemented form, its complement will be the original form. So like that you know how to take the complement of each and every letter, and that is what is your f1 dash. So that is a kind of relation we are observing. Similarly here another expression f2 is given, and you know how to find out its dual, but now you know the direct method also. So what is my direct method? Sorry, this is a further simplification step. The direct method is going to convert this one to this one only. Okay, see, so what happened is I just try to take the dual, so what I will do is first I will take the dual. So what is my dual of f2? Dual of f2 is nothing but, right, dual of f2 is nothing but just keep to take dual, you don't take the complement. Okay, I'm explaining two different concepts. And this dot become plus, then y dash dot become plus, dot become plus is a dash, right? Now these two are to be evaluated together, so that I'm getting a bracket, because when it comes to AND operation, by default they are getting higher precedence, right? But when you take the OR operation, OR will not get that higher precedence by default, so you have to put this bracket additionally. So that is why whenever I am having something like this, I am taking its dual, you have to put the bracket, because before taking dual this AND is having higher precedence, but after taking dual also that order should be retained. That is why I am putting this bracket, because bracket will take higher precedence than any other operator, right? Similarly now this plus become dot, right, and y z become y plus z. That also you have to put in bracket, otherwise it will not get the superiority. So this is dual of f2. Now once I get dual of f2, right, from that dual of f2 I can directly reach here. So what I done is the same thing. I simply put a complement of each letter. I mean x dash plus y plus z plus y dash plus z. So that is my dual. So hope the procedure is clear. And here we did one more level of simplification where this distributivity also applied. That is y dot y dash becomes 0. So that is cancelled. Then y dot z dash. Right. Similarly, z y dash or y dash z. We write in the order. And z dot z dash will be again 0. You know, z dot z dash. And also that y dot y dash, all those things are, you know, 0. So plus 0, anything plus 0 is that one itself. So that is why those terms are missing. So you can reach here. So this is the conclusion. A simpler procedure for deriving the complement of a function is to take the dual of the function. So very important, take the dual of the function, right, and complement each literal. So the entire thing you have to keep in mind. You have to take the dual of the function first, take the dual of the function and complement each literal. So that is going to give you the complement of the entire expression directly. And this method follows from the generalized form of De Morgan law. Remember that the dual of a function is obtained by interchanging and or, and 0 and 1. All those things you know. So here they are asking you to directly find the dual. You know, now you know two different ways of finding dual. So one thing is like two different ways of finding complement. One thing is apply the generalized form of De Morgan's law repeatedly, right? Just you take the whole complement and you know a plus b, the whole complement is a complement dot b complement, and then that a complement you expand. So like that you can proceed, or you can directly write like this. So direct writing is always easy for us. So just observe the question how they are asking. If they are asking you to find the complement, it is better to apply the normal procedure. Sometimes they may ask you find the complement using dual. But in general case also you can explain this method, but you clearly write this is what I am doing. Okay. Otherwise the intermediate steps, different evaluators may be evaluating differently. So if you are applying this procedure, write it clearly. So according to the question you answer. Okay. So you have to find out the dual of f1 first. You know how to find out dual, right? And then complement each literal. That will give you f1 complement. See, check it. Similarly, we have another function f2. Again, you take the dual. So that is your first step is taking dual. The second step is complementing each literal. So that is what is going to give you f2 dash, right? So that's all. Observe it. Thanks for watching. Further things we will see in the next video.